Hello, this is Titanosaurus Productions, and today I am doing another canceled Kaiju Film Friday, where we look at giant monster films that were sadly never made. Now, in this episode, this is one where you more so have to read the book this information comes from, which is the Big Book of Japanese Giant Monster Movies, The Lost Films. And, yeah, you should really watch it, because it's, not watch it, you should really read it because it's got a lot of good information and stuff that I can't explain through words here. Otherwise, I would just be reading the whole book, and I don't want to do that because this would basically just be an audiobook for this thing, and I want to share my personal thoughts on it and like read along with you. So, they're really, because the thing is, for this chapter here, it's mainly more of a reading one where you have to read it to understand it, and I can't just like say this stuff out to you. Because I would be reading the whole thing. So I'm gonna like read some of the stuff the best I can. Like yeah, I'm gonna try to. This is the only information we get that isn't the commentary. The Bride of Godzilla lives. Oh wait, let me try to say that again with bigger emphasis. The Bride of Godzilla lives and dies. Again. 1978. Intended release date unknown. Well, it probably was 1978, but then again, that's when they were coming up with the ideas. Treatments by Shuichi Nagahara. Proposed monsters: Godzilla, female Godzilla, and Shakilas. And that was supposed to be a giant rat or something like that. It's the sea louse in Return of Godzilla. That's what it's called. But let me just look through here some more. Here we go. Should be here. There we go. Yeah. I was louse and mouse. I got those two words confused. It's the mutated sea louse. That's what it is. And this monster was actually never canceled. It appeared in The Return of Godzilla, which you can buy on DVD or Blu-ray. Anyway, I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can. Let's see here. The foster daughter of Dr. Shida, Dr. Shida and his foster daughter are in this movie because they were in the script for the original Bride of Godzilla, and yeah, and the foster daughter is no longer a robot in this story, and is a normal girl. It says here most of the action focuses on the foster daughter going to the isolated island with the son of the deceased Dr. Yanai named Yazaki, and an adventurer named Masuyama. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that this story takes place on an isolated island somewhere. There they are plagued by the giant fleas and also witnessed Godzilla. The mermaid appears fleetingly and seems shoehorned in as if its requirement was a stipulation. Once the trio of protagonists return to Tokyo from the island, they are laughed at. Not long after, a mysterious set of vampiric killings plague the subway systems under the city, and eventually the military learns of the giant fleas, which also indicate Godzilla is nearby. Now, there's a couple treatments for this story, so I'm just reading the first one out here. In the climax, instead of the giant robot daughter, Dr. Shida creates a sort of female version of Mechagodzilla, though there is no clear description given. When he learns Godzilla is searching for a mate, there isn't much of a battle between the two and the robot, piloted by Dr. Shida. There isn't much of a battle between the two and the robot. There isn't much of a battle between the two, and the robot detonates in Tokyo Bay, killing Godzilla. and the robot's piloted by Dr. Ishida. So that was the first draft. Not going to bother reading the second draft because I would have to like chop up all the parts that are commentary and the parts that are script. So I don't want to have to do that, and I will just leave you to buy the book for yourself if you really want to read it that much. Anyway, that's all for now. Goodbye. And next week, we'll be seeing what happens when Tomoyuki Tanaka approached several Japanese sci-fi authors to see which one could create a new take on Godzilla.